I'm about to show you the connection between courage, clarity, and creativity, and how it all ties into YouTube. You might be watching my journey, moving abroad, talking about dating, traveling to over 100 countries, and wondering how it all comes together. And at the heart of everything that I have done, it's the courage to show up and to share my story and to connect with others. And I unexpectedly found YouTube in the process. These last 130 plus days, if you've been watching, you might have wondered, like, what's behind all this and why am I doing it? And maybe you also see yourself in my shoes. You see yourself showing up and finally allowing yourself to be seen, because that is the most courageous thing. Our deepest desire is to be seen, but also our greatest fear is to be seen. That is from Seth Godin. And I think it's a beautiful thing when we use our story as a compass for others. And I want you to know that there is nothing that special about my journey in terms of like starting YouTube and how it actually is currently my third highest revenue stream on accident. So whether you're looking for extra income stream or you're calling in something different in 2026, I wanted to help you with these 5 things that can get you started just to give it a shot. You have nothing to lose and everything to potentially gain from getting started. So let's go ahead and talk about some of those 5 things that you can do to get started with your YouTube channel. Okay. Number one, I want you to choose the one story that you could tell and talk about for 90 days straight. And I mean, 30 days, 90 days, 100 days, you can plug in the number that feels like a stretch to you. I don't want it to be anything less than 30 days because it absolutely takes 3 weeks to build a habit. And if you are someone that is wanting to really give YouTube a shot, you cannot do anything less than daily posting. I know you are busy, you have a life, you have responsibilities, but the goal is not for you to do daily videos forever. The goal is for you to get feedback as quick as possible. So in 2024, I went on this like weekly vlog journey and I just wanted to see what it would be like to just vlog and document my life for a week or for a year every week. And I learned so much about myself, but I also enjoyed getting to process life as it was happening. And crazy enough, 2024 was also one of my hardest years. Hard in terms of I didn't have answers and I had to move anyway. So in a season of stuckness, I saw myself get clarity through action. And sometimes when we're in a hard season and we don't even know how we came out of it, now I have videos documenting the process and I can see when I was struggling and I can see when I had that breakthrough and I can see when I got an answer. So I love that I literally have the history of my life to refer back to at any point that I want. If anything, content should be for you. Like you should have an archive of your story somewhere. I know that the money is great. I know that the community and the growth and the big subscribers is also really appealing, but you are first serving an audience of one, which is yourself, your future self at 80, who gets to look back and say, wow, what a life well lived. Okay. So choose a story and the number of days that you are willing to show up and talk about the same thing. And I know it feels repetitive and you can, I don't know, you might start to think, oh, I don't have that much to say. But the brain is a crazy thing. You might say, oh, I can talk about how I renovated my home, but, I can do that in one video. But then you realize, oh, I could talk about how I renovated the office and how I started planting the garden and how we built out an extra room, how I chose the colors for the walls. And all of a sudden you have dozens of ideas. It is actually so much easier than you think to create a laundry list of things that you could talk about. And the more you do it, the better you get and the more creative. Like creativity just flows out of the abundance of you getting started and you going for it. Okay. So I don't want you to think about a niche. I don't want you to think about a narrative. I want you to realize that your life is content. What is something that you have already done in the past? Not something you need to study, learn, research, something that you have lived through that you can literally talk about from your own experience. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I want you to write a list of lessons and mistakes and breakthroughs and revelations and just as many as possible. This is where you start to get into the details of some of what you've overcome. And I think when we share from a place of mistakes or lessons learned, this is where the impact is really felt. Because if you have overcome or survived something that someone else is deep in the thick of, they're going to turn to you as like a lighthouse. And you get to, have the light and be like, yeah, I actually know how to navigate this road. And a lot of people are walking through darkness and dark seasons. And it's a really good feeling knowing that just you having lived your story and sharing it is helping someone else with their breakthrough. So I want you to think about all the lessons, all the mistakes, all the breakthroughs, all the downloads, all the prayers, all the revelations, any listicles that you can think of. I want you to start making that as a list because that's essentially going to turn into video topics and video ideas. And when you're thinking about turning those mistakes and lessons into videos, I want you to start those videos with how and why. How and why are great indicators or signals for people who are looking for answers. So, how I lost 20 pounds after my first pregnancy, that signals to someone, oh, I'm going to learn a process. I'm going to learn someone's proprietary process or journey or system. And then why I decided to move to Thailand. That is immediate signal of, oh, I'm going to get deep insight and perspective on someone else's journey. People are constantly looking for processes and perspective. And if you can allow yourself to delineate between, okay, which of my stories, which of my journeys can I share the process or have deeper perspective on? Okay. Number 3, I want you to create almost like a filming ritual or a filming nook in your home. Because if you can do the same thing in the same place every day, you remove the friction from the process. I don't want it to be, I don't want you to will your way across the finish line where you're, just struggling. I want it to be like a part of your morning routine. You wake up, you do your coffee, maybe you work out, you go on a walk. And then at 10 a.m., you know that you're in the nook. You're in the little nook and you've got your phone tripod set up and you just press record. You don't even need to do anything fancy. You could literally just record horizontally from your phone and upload that directly to YouTube. I am team no edits. I don't believe that the best version of you needs to be edited down. And even as I'm talking, you hear that I have pauses and I stumble and I mess up. And it is what it is. I'm human first. I don't ever want to be perceived as a robot or a machine. And we don't even realize that we train people on how to treat us based on how we present ourselves. So if I present human, I will be treated like a human. So this is me actually reverse psychology process. Okay. So yeah, just create a nook, create a schedule, create a ritual, and make it just a part of your daily morning routine so that you're not thinking about willing your way to like do the thing. I don't want you to think about being motivated. You don't even have to be happy in your videos. I know sometimes we feel like this can be a performance. Like, okay, I have to be joyful and hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Nope. Some of my favorite creators, or just like my everyday creators that I watch, it's just, I mean, they have a monotone. It's just, I'm there for them and their depth and their wisdom. I don't need theatrics. I'm I'm grown. If I want to be entertained, I will go to a concert, a festival, I'll watch a movie. But the everyday creator and the everyday consumer isn't looking for chaos anymore. I think Instagram actually wins that game. When I get on Instagram now, I can't even scroll. I just go there, upload, and then I log off. Check my DMs real quick, and then I'm out because Instagram feels like constant anxiety being thrown at your face. So understand that YouTube, not only is it outperforming TV, but it's becoming the go-to place for people to get a daily sense of calm and wisdom. So become a part of people's daily routine, and YouTube will actually reward you for your retention rate if people see that you can retain viewers on a daily and regular schedule. Okay, number four, I want you to think of just like a three-part system in your videos because it's very easy to just talk. And maybe your first few videos, you're just talking. You don't need that much structure. And a good length to aim for is about 10 minutes. Okay, so that already doesn't feel like a lot. Like 10 minutes, you can do this. You can do this. Okay. Um, so I want you to think about structure, but not in a hyper specific way, but more of like, how do I flow the video along? There's a beginning, middle, and an end, or you can have, um, like mistake, lesson, advice, MLA. And I just want it to be something that you can easily refer to, or at least have the bullet points written down. So I sound more natural, unscripted, and I also trust myself because I know my itch. So yeah, just try to have like a simple structure that you can bring into all the videos so it doesn't feel like you're just rambling or talking at the cuff every single video. Okay. And last but not least, I want you to treat every video like a seed or a small deposit in the bank. I know that 130 days ago, I did not see a five-figure payout anytime soon. I always saw big creators with like millions of subscribers talk about $10,000 months, $50,000 months. And I'm like, yeah, maybe in a couple years, if I stay consistent. I did not expect it to happen in 2.5 months. And that is literally the result of the daily deposits. And you cannot invest in the stock market overnight and expect a large return. So think about the digital library, the compounding assets that you are creating for your business and brand. And every time someone is searching for the thing that you talk about, literally your video gets presented. And again, YouTube is rewarding people who are creative, consistent, and relevant. If you are putting yourself out there and you're solving a problem creatively, like YouTube is going to recognize that you are different and it loves to reward new creators, especially the ones that are showing up in an unorthodox way, even if it's just storytelling. Like, are you telling stories in a meaningful way? Are you able to hold people's attention? And all of this comes with practice. So just know that if you do have income goals and you're looking to diversify, YouTube can absolutely play a huge part in your business model, your nurture sequence, and your funnels. Okay. Yeah, y'all. So that's all I got. Truly, if you heard all of this and you're like, like, I'm in, tell me more, I'm ready. I want to invite you to the YouTube Masterclass happening next week, Saturday, December 13th at 2 p.m. Eastern. I literally have, I think there's like 11 spots left, but it's for people that are wanting to make their first 10K on YouTube and they have time and they are ready. They have energy. I know that anyone can do this, but not everyone is willing. And that's why I wanted to create an intimate space. I limited the seats so I can actually do audits and hot seat coaching. But imagine a room full of people who are on fire for their YouTube channels and ready to go at the same time. It's almost going to create like a mini accountability pod because you all meet with each other. You'll be able to connect and follow each other's journeys. But yeah, at this point, I've helped well over 100 channels start or launch at this point, and it's been fun to see people enjoy the process. Like, it's not about me, it's about them finally feeling like they have the capacity to hold the mic again and to share their story and to be seen. It comes with so much, and you just never know. And I'm going to shout out Susan because a couple months she reached out and said, she's over 50. Is it too late for her to start a YouTube channel and share her story? And I said, absolutely not. You are the prime age that people want to hear from. And she did. And a couple weeks into her journey, she got a video that had over 30,000 views. And it's like, you just, you never know. The only thing stopping you is yourself because your story is ready. The platform is there. The mic is held and your story deserves to be shared and you also deserve to be paid for it. Okay. So the registration is in the video description. I'll also put it in the comments. There's only a few seats left. So please don't sleep on this if this is something that you want. I know that YouTube has already changed my life in a very meaningful way. not just monetarily, but the community that I'm building and the closeness that I feel. I'm very grateful for it. So if that appeals to you, you definitely want to check it out. Okay. Tomorrow we will be back to regularly scheduled programming. I think we'll see. But you can check out some more videos here. And I appreciate you being here and watching. Check the video description for more. Bye.